Thanks, Calvin. Now, moving into this now. Tourism Month is an annual celebration dedicated to promoting awareness of the importance of tourism and its social, economic and cultural value. Now, observed in September in South Africa, it aims to encourage domestic travel and also highlight the country's diverse attractions, its experiences and, of course, unique heritage. And this year's launch took place this week, and Liezle Wilson was out at the Cradle of Humankind for the hot air ballooning experience.
Good morning. We have just touched down on home soil. So nice to be back on the ground. But our air path was cleared, and Yapi Leipold, our chief hot air balloon pilot this morning, took us into the skies. We got to witness that majestic sunrise just spill across the horizon. And of course, you can see now as everyone's just acquainting themselves back with the ground, it was such a breathtaking moment. As I mentioned earlier on, it was about merging that deep-seated time with a moment of presence, and it's something you don't really get to experience in the hustle and the bustle of everything. And so we ascended into the air, and it was smooth sailing over the gorge. We saw the sunrise, we saw some animals as well, lent a thing or two. We saw a bedazzle of zebras, a journey of giraffes, the confusion of wildebeest, and there were just some amazing facts that also came through, of course, over this Cradle of Humankind, where mankind, Homo sapiens, as we know it, obviously stem from now. And so 3 million years deep beneath this land, there are caves, there's the, there's that intricate cave system that exists, and a plethora of natural offerings as well. So we're going to get a sense of what else we can expect and really how popular this UNESCO World Heritage Site is. I'm going to bring Yapi Leipold. He is, as I mentioned, the chief hot air balloon pilot here for Air Adventures. Yapi, good morning, and thank you so much for an outstanding job. You really navigated, you made us at ease, you helped us at the end there with our landing, told us to go down and lean back. But tell us a little bit more about where we are, the significance, how popular this area is at large for tourism.
So we're in the Mulder Drift area in just north of Johannesburg, the Cradle of Humankind. It's a 53,000 hectare protected area. It was classified in 1998 by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. So like I said in flight, you're not allowed to build housing estates and golf courses. There's lots of wedding venues, game farms, and stuff to do in a World Heritage Site. Hot air ballooning, the valleys here is great for ballooning. You've got low-lying valleys, you've got some mountains, so it's perfect for hot air ballooning. That's why we chose this area. Also, the tourism area in this area, it's great because it's just outside of Johannesburg, about half an hour drive out of Joburg, so you don't have to drive far to see animals. You can do hot air ballooning activity. There's other activities as well in the area, the caves, the museum, Marubeng Museum. So lots of stuff to do in the area, so that's why tourism is.
And I know in just a moment we're going to have a little breakfast that's waiting for us. So as things heat up there, even if we're just looking at, what this means for humanity at large, right? It's quite a significant history that goes down here, especially when you dig beneath the surface, right? And look back 3 million years ago. That
as well, yeah. So you got about 1,000 caves in this area. 3 of them is open to the public, Stadfontein Caves. One of the caves is just the 3rd largest chamber in South Africa. You also got Malapa Caves, which are very nice to do. You get a whole tour, like a 6-hour tour. You actually go out with a guy that knows the area well, how the area is formed. So if you're in the area, there's so much to do in the area as well. And also hot air ballooning is the oldest form of flight known to man, invented in 1783. So you're flying in the oldest area in the world by the oldest aircraft in the world as well. So we're touching on the oldest land, and we're also looking at the future, and we flew in the oldest aircraft as well. And I want to get into that because you successfully navigated this. You were telling us about the hours that go into practicing this to get your license as well. Tell us about your journey. What's been a memorable highlight for you? How do you take in that moment every single time? Because you literally see the awe in our faces and our eyes, right? Listening to you and marveling over this wonder. So hot air ballooning is, every flight is different. You don't get the same flight day after day. So one day you'll go this way, next day you'll go that way. So every day is different. You meet people every day, new people every day. So that's what makes ballooning more unique than normal aircraft. And you interact with the people because you're hands-on. You don't sit in a cockpit flying the aircraft. You're hands-on with the people flying the balloon, interacting with them. So that's why I chose balloon.
And it's a bird's eye view, right? Because we're literally looking at Earth from a different perspective, our home soil from a different perspective. What does that also mean for you when you change that perspective for yourself?
We fly in different areas, so for me, get to know the area, flying in here, we fly to Landsberg, so different areas. It's my life. Flying is
what do
my
you
passion.
think this means in terms of inheritance, right? Because we're looking back in the past and now we're giving this to our future generations to inherit. What do you hope they can take from this experience, given the plethora of natural resources and the gifts that Mother Nature's given us there?
I just hope this area don't get built up, that it stays a World Heritage Site. So no housing estates here. It must stay this area like that is now.
Okay.
That's what I hope it is.
Okay, Liezle Wilson this morning is the chief hot air balloon pilot here at Air Adventures. As we mentioned, we've just touched down and everyone is just settling in, of course, getting ready for that breakfast, that much awaited cup of coffee that is waiting for all of us. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure. As I mentioned, we saw the future in the skies and now we've touched down on the ancient soil, and we'll continue to bring you more coverage, of course, as we edge closer to Tourism Month in September, brought to you by the Department of Tourism. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time. Back to you in studio.